Yet another day of developments in the story that continues to make headlines right across the world. The future of the FIFA president, Gianni Infantino. Well, after a bruising day for the man in charge of the World Game, there's breaking news tonight that begs the question, is his game over? As you can see, our chief correspondent, Kaveh Solokol, is here. So, developments tonight, what are they?
Yeah, senior FIFA staff have been asked to attend a crisis meeting with Gianni Infantino in the Moroccan capital Rabat tomorrow. Now, obviously, this is going to be a very, very tense meeting. We don't know how it's going to end up. We do know that Gianni Infantino has been in Morocco. You are seeing him there on Friday. He was there for some important Moroccan national celebrations. But he has asked his senior staff from FIFA to attend this meeting with him tomorrow. Now, interesting what happens. What is his stance going to be at this meeting? Is he going to throw in the towel and say, look, I can read the room, I can feel which way the wind is blowing, I'm losing support all over the world, I'm losing support inside FIFA as well, I'm going to do the honourable thing and resign? Or is he going to stay, I fight on, I'm the FIFA president, if you want me to leave, you're going to have to take me down? And I still believe that I have significant support around the world, especially in South America, Africa and Asia.
Does he strike you as a man who walks away?
No, not under normal circumstances. When you are the FIFA president, you are a very powerful person, and the way Gianni Infantino sees the role, he sees himself as a statesman. He sees himself as a ruler of a country. He feels he's the equal of presidents. He flies around in a private jet. He has motorcades wherever he goes. So I think he would find it very, very difficult to give that up. But having said all that, to get to the top of FIFA, you need to be a politician. And if you're a politician, surely you have some instincts. You can sense that you are losing support. You can sense that your position is untenable. You sense that you have to do the right thing and resign. Of course, it's going to be in terrible circumstances, and he's going to resign in disgrace if he does decide to resign. This is not the way he would have liked to go out. But he's made a cataclysmic error of judgment. And it was not just one quick decision that he got wrong. What we know is that he was plotting with some people close to him for quite a long time to sell off a stake in the World Cup to private investors.
Is his biggest problem that it's not the UEFAs of this world who are criticising, but the criticism is coming from within?
Exactly. This is something that we've been talking about for the last few days. You know, you've got federations from all over the world, confederations turning against you. That is one thing you have to deal with. But also you have to deal with problems inside your own organisation. We've seen over the last couple of days the chief operating officer of FIFA release a scathing statement and basically saying that, you know, maybe I'll lose my job over this, but so be it. At least I'll be able to sleep tonight. We've had one of Gianni Infantino's senior advisors, somebody who was on the White House task force, resigning and saying, I want nothing to do with this scheme. And then today, we have had Arsene Wenger, one of the most well-known people at FIFA, coming out and through FIFA releasing a statement saying this scheme had nothing to do with me. The first I heard of it was when I read about it in media reports last week. So Arsene Wenger making it clear that he's not a politician. His job at FIFA is basically to help develop football all over the world. He wants nothing to do with this scheme either. Then we had an email that was sent out by the Secretary General of FIFA, Matthias Grafström. Now, he's effectively the chief executive of FIFA, who runs the organisation on a day-to-day basis. And he's sent an email to FIFA staff saying, first of all, thank you very much for all the hard work you did at the World Cup. It's just a shame that all the hard work you have done, yet again, is being overshadowed by a massive controversy which has nothing to do with you. And again, Gianni Infantino's Secretary General at FIFA trying to put distance between himself and Gianni Infantino, which is why I think it's all well and good summoning your senior staff to a meeting, but how much power are you going to have at that meeting? And what are your senior staff going to say to you? Because under normal circumstances, they would look at you and see you're the president. What you say goes. But now do they see somebody who is so weakened that they can turn round to him and tell him some hard truths and basically tell him, Gianni, the game's up, the game's over, you need to go now.
That's the question I want to ask you then. Is it game over for Infantino?
Look, I haven't spoken to anybody who knows, how FIFA works and how football politics works, who thinks that Gianni Infantino can survive. I don't know anyone who thinks he can survive. I've been thinking, racking my brains, trying to work out a way that he could possibly survive. The only way I thought he could survive was if he came out and said sorry. I hold my hands up. I got this one spectacularly wrong. It will never happen again. I will apologise to the people I need to apologise.
That's not good enough, though, is it?
Well, it was maybe... what else could he do? That was the only way out of this, I thought. Maybe, if he'd done that. But as of today, he still hasn't apologised. There's been no apology. Sorry is still the hardest word for Gianni Infantino. No apology whatsoever. I just feel, it feels to me like a prime minister who is losing power, who's on his way out of number 10, and people are coming out, issuing letters, issuing statements, saying we've lost support in you, we're resigning. I think this is the football equivalent of that. And also, I forgot to mention, in the last couple of hours, we had an extraordinary intervention from Jordanian royalty. Prince Ali, the president of the Jordanian Football Association, who took to social media to put an extraordinary statement up saying that Jordan, who played at the World Cup for the first time this summer, he was upset that Jordan fans had paid extortionate amounts of money for tickets. Some of them hadn't got visas. He was upset about the fact that the Jordan FA have been left with a massive tax bill because they were based in the US during the World Cup. And he's upset about the fact that even though Jordan finished second in the Arab Cup in Qatar in December, they lost in the final to Morocco in extra time in front of 85,000 fans in Doha. He says that they're still waiting for their prize money from FIFA. And this is where it gets really, really worrying, because he says that during the World Cup last month, he was approached and told, if you want all these issues dealt with, you need to come out and say that you will be backing Gianni Infantino in his bid for re-election next March. And he said that, in quotes, amounts to blackmail. Now, this is a really, really serious accusation, which is why we've got in touch with FIFA a couple of times, asking them. Not yet. We're waiting for them to come back to us about that. It should be said there's no love lost between Gianni Infantino and Prince Ali. Prince Ali, his father used to be the King of Jordan, King Hussein. His brother is the King of Jordan now, King Abdullah II. Prince Ali stood twice to become the FIFA president. Last time round, he came third behind Gianni Infantino. But obviously, he feels in a very, very strong position now to make these very, very strong allegations against FIFA. And we're waiting for a response.